Hey folks, we're back. We're going to do a little car mechanic simulator. This is the PS4 version, so I think it's based off the 2018 um, release of the game. We're going to work on a restoration project, and the DelRay custom, which I'm sure for copyright reasons, licensing and all that, they have named this vehicle the generic name of a car we hopefully know. I got this vehicle from a barn, and we'll get to that in a sec. But the car value as it stands right now is, $25,456. Once we finish the restoration, I am sure it'll be quite more than that. Now, one thing I wanted to do with this, we are going to be doing this restoration, but for this playthrough, I wanted to kind of show you a few things, some little tips that I've kind of picked up, some of them just reading online, others kind of gathered for myself. But with this restoration project, we're going to keep this vehicle. So I need to kind of make a little money to recoup my losses, or not losses, but to keep me where I want to be. And there's a couple of methods to do this. The one I found that works the best for me is going to junkyard and different barns to locate parts and vehicles that I can sell for a profit quickly. The parts are going to be parts that we restore or repair, excuse me, and we'll repair these parts, and we get them for 40 bucks. Repair the part, you get it for $2.50. So, but in order to do that, you're going to need access to your repair bench. So this is level 4. 5. Odds of repair. Odds of repair is level 7. So you'll need to be level 35 is kind of where you want to be for this method. And that gives you the ability to, that gives you a 99% chance to repair these broken parts that we're getting. They have a tendency, even at 99%, of course it's not a guarantee to repair the part. But we're going to go to the junkyard first. One thing I have found, if you're just wanting to, if you're going to be making multiple back and forths, if you prefer in your game, you can turn off the cost it is to travel. This is kind of a modified sandbox build that I've got, so I do have that turned off. If you want the full experience of the game, of course, it's $250 to travel to the junkyard each time you want to go. The junkyard is a lot more expansive than, say, the barn search. and it's also not as lucrative, I've found. What we're looking for right there. One method is to just take everything, and then when you get back to your garage, spam repair and sell it all. I'm a little more picky. I've done both. Tends to work out a little better for me this way. Now we've come across our first junk car. The car value is $10,741. They want $12,421 for it. Gonna pass. Yes, I could buy the vehicle, restore it, get that. Definitely get that and more, but I'm not restoring at the moment. I'm just spamming money. Gearboxes. We're looking for gearboxes, engine heads. These are parts that can be repaired. You get the right gearbox or engine, you get them for, like I say, a couple $100. You repair them and you get about $2,500. Rims are another item that can be repaired and sold for decent bit of change. And as you walk around, we're looking for the outlines. There's one. Nope, nothing there. And the junkyard, one thing about the junkyard is, and you'll see here in a little bit, barns are so much I consider better. They're definitely quicker. You don't have as open an expanse. Less likely to miss something, and you will find better deals. Engine block, rim. Ooh, wow. Now it may be advantageous for body parts as well. I haven't really got that much done much with them. That would be something I could try later if y'all prefer. And, carbs you can repair relatively inexpensively, but you don't get it quite as much. Here's a car, let's see. Yeah. This is a rarer vehicle. I would love to get it and restore it, but the $3,000 or $2,500 difference just doesn't do it for me right now. This is, ooh. And that's always a chance we run into trying to make some money, and we run across cars that we want. This is a neat game. It can be a little, once you start breaking the cars down and going through all the parts, it can be a little frustrating. But it does give you kind of a general overview of cars and working on them. By no means is this a teaching tool, but you can become a little more familiar with parts, how they fit together, how they work together. Alright, I think that's... Do one more quick lap. Make sure we haven't missed anything. Yeah, I think we've got everything. I believe that's it. All right. So 78,234. We're going to pay $1,000. I didn't get a lot of parts this time. So we're going to pay $1,100 approximately for these parts. Let's see if we can make any money on them. And this is where, like I said, you'll want, best case is a full repair bench. Now it does cost money to repair these parts. So 477, 143. How did I? Well, we failed to repair some parts. Yeah. But there's a rim that we repaired for 720. That one hurt. That's good. That's good. That one didn't bother us that bad. That's not that bad. There we go. So engine blocks, the rims, when you restore them, you know, 479, 190, so 479, 200. Made around $900. That's through the junkyard. Now, my preferred is barn locations. So you can typically get the barn location maps. You can find them in the junkyard, or you get them from crates that you find in barns or doing jobs. You get crates as rewards for some jobs. And you'll find these barn location maps. Go to your inventory, add the description, go to the barn. And here we are at our barn location. I apologize if it seems a little dark to you. This is just the mechanics of the game. Now, basically, I'm looking for the same rims. Engines, crankshafts. Once again, we look here. This is why I'm saying this is a little bit better method. 23, 23. That's not a good example. Some of these vehicles so this is a prime example. The price for the vehicle is $36,398. The value is $456.70. So we're looking at 46, 36. You're looking at $10,000 profit on the vehicle just to buy it and then turn around in the garage and sell it, which is what we're gonna do. This is a vehicle that, if you're not just trying to get money together quickly, this one, the Alente Pelope, based on a French vehicle, if I'm not mistaken. It's rather popular in my other game that I play. This vehicle can be restored for really good money, but it takes time to restore vehicles, as we will see. Nothing here. Gearbox. Everything is a bit of a gamble. I mean, we're going to be restoring these parts, repairing, not restoring, repairing. And it's a 99% chance. That's not 100. Here's another one. So we're looking at $3,300. Yes. One more look at this. It's only a few $100. I don't feel it's worth it. Make sure I've got everything. Nothing in the corners that I missed. Yep, missed a rim. Alright. So we've spent a little bit of money. Now, let's go see what we recoup. $21.50 approximately for the parts. Alright, here we are back at the shop. Like I said, I'm just gonna sell that one. So those are my two cars, and I'm already up 20,000 from where I was when I went. Pair those. That one, unfortunately, we weren't able to. $491. So about 12,000, and we got a crate. Let's see what we got in our crate. Now we could also sell these parts. They're basically free. It's a $1,000 rim. We paid $200 for that crate, and what did I say? 9, 11, 13, 15, about 15. So we'd have made a $1,300 profit on that. But that's kind of an overview of how I've found is a method to make money. You'll want to have level 35, and I'd say at least 75 to 100 in cash so you can buy the vehicles. One of the things I do look at when I go into these barns, if I find a vehicle that I've got a $7,000 profit on, or a $5,000 profit, if I spend $1,000 on parts and I don't repair them, I'm still making money. So just something I keep in mind. But in our next little vid, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a overview of our DelRay, and then we'll do a complete breakdown to see exactly what we're going to need to do to this vehicle. Some minor body work. We need a door. But we'll look through the whole vehicle and kind of get an idea of what we got to do, and we'll go from there. Guys, like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. Drop us a comment. Love to hear from you. It's always be good to each other and do something kind for someone today. Later.